20 pounds?
Yeah, like, you think I can do more than that? That's very impressive. I don't know a lot of people that can do that.
It's crazy how like I never, back in the day.
I don't know a lot of people that can do that either. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back doing another review video today. Two of my favorite YouTubers right now did a little collab. Tristan Jass, who is a basketball player, doing his thing on the courts, one-on-ones, 5v5s, and then Bradley Martyn, been in the YouTube game and fitness for a long time. Big fan of his. I started watching his videos probably back in like 2012, 2013. Big motivation. So when I saw that they did a little workout together, I immediately said, okay, I've got to hop on and get a reaction done for this video. So let's go ahead and hop in to the video. Training Tristan Jass to jump higher.
Yo, we just got to zoo culture. Bradley just pulled up.
Yes, sir.
We're about to put in some work today. He's gonna put me through a little work.
Brad's a really cool dude.
This man, you know
We're
what I'm
getting
saying?
exposed
As far as what I've seen on video,
Yes,
obviously.
Exactly. So let's get it.
But works with a lot of big YouTubers now, training TikTok girls and stuff. I know he was licensed, or certified rather, at one point, so I'd give anything to train with Brad, man. He's super inspirational.
So now you'll think about, well, the way you do the movement, like think you're like loading and control, and then come up fast. Like as fast as you can, just don't go like to get up there. Okay. Try and keep it like robotic.
So powerful, explosion.
Like you're loading up your legs, and then you want to accelerate as fast as you can. And then at the top, finish, think squeeze the quads, squeeze your glutes. Your hips will kind of shift forward, but don't overextend them.
I like that. So what he just said there, super important to keep in mind when you guys are doing your squats. Everybody talks about the squeeze, right, at the top of your rep. It's important that you engage your glutes and your hamstrings at the top, but like he said, make sure you don't hyperextend or you don't force your hips forward, because that's not good for your low back. There's a lot of stress back there and it's not necessary, and you don't get any more activation out of the movement. And the other thing I see, obviously Tristan plays basketball, they're trying to be explosive, athletic. So it makes sense that he's telling him, you know, to go down slow, nice, and load the weight onto his legs, and then out of the rep, out of the bottom quickly, still controlled. It's just like a spring or a slinky, really. Like if you compact a spring, you push it down, eventually you get so much tension at the bottom of that. When you let it go, it's going to react quickly out of the bottom, and that's what he's basically telling him to do here.
So it's not about heavy weight at all. It's about how you do the movement.
That's true. It's very true. The weight doesn't matter if you're not doing it correctly. I 100% agree. Tristan actually looks pretty good for somebody who doesn't do squats often.
It's like you want to look like you want to be able to finish there.
Maybe.
In that pause too, and like if you can explode from that.
If your mobility allows you to do so. Tristan may not be there
I'm
yet.
heavy as shit, I can jump super high. I don't play basketball. I can dunk easily, but if you were able to like be more explosive with like your body weight, oh, you'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How often do you do box jumps?
Tristan can already dunk.
He
He can already dunk, so.
Do you do like repetition and like lower?
I could go pretty high. I mean, do a lot of, you know, like fall off one and then jump. Just create that springiness.
Yeah.
So what Tristan's talking about is, he said he falls off of one and then immediately jumps onto the other. He's doing like a depth jump, which is really good for like quick explosive work. So you essentially would step on top of a box of a certain height, whatever height you're choosing, and you walk off, right? And once you hit the ground, your immediate reaction is to barely touch, and you want to be quick and spring up. So you're trying to utilize those quick twitch muscle fibers, which are the ones that help you be able to jump higher, run faster, things like that. So those are good exercises that he's doing.
Stuff like single leg stuff.
Yeah.
Just it's so sport specific, right? Like a lot of single leg stuff is gonna benefit for sure. So we'll do this, and we'll do some like single leg jump stuff on the boxes back there. This makes all those tendons and shit in your ankles so much.
That is good programming for somebody who plays basketball.
How many times I've rolled my ankle and I gotta like,
Strengthening the knee joints or ankle joints.
Strength back.
Ankles and knees, man.
So much of basketball is done on one leg, right? You one leg at a time. You jump a lot of times with one leg.
You can do this single leg. I'll try it.
Do you think you can do that? Me? Yeah. That single leg off vert, no way.
Wow. That's wild.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that was fucking, that's actually
Wow.
cool.
I can do it off 2, that's about it.
No, you could do it. It's not so much jumping that high. It's like pulling your leg up.
If I have a running start, I think I could do it.
Oh, 100%, but that's easy.
Okay, so I wanted to back up just a little because I see this a lot with people who are doing box jumps. Part of a box jump is, yes, being able to lift your legs up and get on top of the box so that you land on top, obviously. Part of the box jump that gets overlooked is doing it correctly, and by doing it correctly, I personally feel that you need to aim to try to get your center mass, which is going to be like your hips or your waist, above the box, right? So a lot of people will get to certain heights and then they start using their hip mobility and their ability to pull their knees into their chest and tuck their legs up to get on top of the box. Now at a certain height, that becomes just as important, but for the most part, especially at Tristan's level and somebody who's just trying to learn how to jump correctly and be explosive from the ground, don't want to depend or overuse your mobility to make up for what you lack in your ability to jump high, if that makes sense.
Is a lot weaker than my 2-foot bounce. Like 2 foot, this is easy, bro. Like, watch out.
Of course.
Like I could get up there.
Try 1 foot.
Like what you just did, there's no way.
2 springs versus 1.
Like there's no way. But maybe running.
Yeah, running's easy.
Yeah, you got that.
Off 1.
All right, back to the workout.
Okay, yeah, back to work.
It's actually really impressive though, even for what he's doing right there. First time doing single leg box jumps. It's a pretty good height. It's pretty good jump mechanics. You've got
So wait, if you
jump on that from there.
Oh, easily. Easily.
what the fuck?
Bro, why aren't
What
you in
the?
the NFL, bro?
So you see Brad's jump mechanics here. This is what I was starting to speak on. Really good, right? So he loads the hip back, he gets his arms swung back behind him, and then what you'll see is as he goes to do his jump, everything explodes at once. So his arms create momentum going forward, his hips come forward, and they go into position what they call triple extension. All right, so he's got his hips, his ankles, his feet, his shoulders, everything turns into an extension as going forward. And that's exactly what you need for an explosive jump like this. This is a crazy amount of distance to cover. And for him to be as high as he is, if he was doing like a broad jump like in the Olympics, I can imagine he's got to be jumping at least like 10, 12 feet. I mean, this is far.
How are you not in the NFL, bro?
That's wild.
Shit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's very impressive. I don't know a lot of people that can do that.
It's crazy how like I never, back in the day,
I don't know a lot of people that can do that either.
I never trained that.
Yeah.
And off rip, from the very beginning, I was able to do shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I got strong and I was like, oh, I'm even better at it.
I can tell based off of what you're doing here, like you could easily dunk on 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
Like how you're jumping, bro, it's like makes it look so easy.
Just it's crazy because I'm 260. I just wish I was better at basketball. Like dunking's different.
Hey, Brad's put me through a workout in the gym. Maybe I'll get him on the court and put him through a workout.
Yeah, usually if you can get me like a decent shot,
I'll get your handles right. I'll get everything right.
So we got back on the squats. Like I said, Tristan looks pretty good. His heels lifted just a little bit, but not bad. I mean, this is pretty good for his first time squatting, and what he said, it's been a while, so. I know he also had a nasty ankle injury.
Like that in the quads? In a very long time.
do they have a pump?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good.
Oh
yeah! What do you normally press?
shit. Maybe like 20 maybe?
20 pounds?
I don't know.
20 pounds?
Yeah. You think I can do more than that?
Bro, I know you can do more than that.
Brad's like, no, 20 pounds. Come on, bro.
This guy said 20. He was like, no, dude, no. No,
You should
20.
have seen your face. You looked at me like, bro, what are you on?
20 pounds? 20 pounds?
you imagine? You got the
Brad's like, get out.
Did you laugh?
No, I actually have a story about this. Back in the day, one of my first lifting partners, his name was Chad. Great guy. I was joking one day because some guy couldn't press the 25s. He laid into my ass like, yo, you disrespectful fuck. Like, it was like, yo, because like at some point I couldn't do that. It's like at some point we're all not there. We're all not lifting the most weight. So he was like, yo, just be fucking humble. So shout out to Chad.
Guys, that's so true, right? Okay, you have to remember, and I tell this a lot to my clients when we first start, and I'll tell them repeatedly if they need reminders. In my opinion, fitness, working out, is supposed to be humbling, as he was just saying, because especially as a personal trainer, if you're coming to see me, I don't expect for you to do everything perfect. I don't expect for you to know everything. As a trainer, I don't know everything yet. I'm still learning continually day by day, right? And so if you already knew everything, you wouldn't be coming to see me as a trainer, and you wouldn't be on YouTube watching videos. So be okay with the fact that you're not as strong as somebody else, or you're not as fast as somebody else, or you're not as lean as somebody else, because at the end of the day, no matter how strong you get, somebody else is always going to be stronger. So erase that from your mind. Be okay with being at a beginning position. Be happy with your results as they come, because your results are your story and nobody else's. Take what you're able to do, be happy with that, watch your progress, and enjoy the process as you go through it. It's the best thing you can do. It's the best way you can stay stress-free in the gym. And it's also one of the best ways to not be intimidated by going to the gym. Don't be afraid to start, because at some point, everybody was there.
The thing with all this, like a lot of weight stuff, people tend to, like, if you're not like used to training like bodybuilding, used to doing this stuff, you automatically go like, that's too heavy for me. You just always be like, oh, maybe it's just too heavy, because you will see that it's going to be harder. You're going to be able to do it. But now once you touch stuff like this, you go back to touch stuff like the 35, you're going to feel like Superman.
I'm gonna feel like you, dog.
Exactly.
Just throwing up some. Now, I personally, training Tristan for the first time, would not have started him with alternating reps like this. These are great, but in a little bit of a later stage in the training, because they really train stability, core stability. But you could see he was struggling with the side to side. His head was rocking side to side as he was pushing, because he's using other muscles to try and compensate for that imbalance that he has. But these reps look 10 times better. He dropped down to 35-pound weights, and he's doing them together. So
The arms are like,
I would have started there if I was Brad.
You're definitely hitting
I
one
was
of these.
supposed to.
Boom, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
We gotta fuck around sometimes. Still hoop.
No, I'm down. I just don't have the finesse for it. And maybe it's just because I never really tried.
What you could do is just run somebody over.
And body people at the bottom, I can do that. You know what you could teach me that would really help me? The run and jump. I can get the ball here and then dunk, boom, no problem.
Yeah.
But the dribble and the dunk.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, we can teach you that easy. It's all in the footwork.
I know I could run and jump higher than I could stand and jump. I just don't have the finesse ball
I mean,
skill.
you just gotta work on it. That's all it is.
Because I feel like I could fly.
So Brad's basically saying he's uncoordinated.
Last one I was like,
Oh yeah.
Have you flying through space? Ding, 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 ding.
have you ever done trampoline like in basketball stuff?
Oh yeah. We actually put in a trampoline basketball court in my grandma's backyard.
You know what's interesting to me is the basketball players who don't really try to crush legs or try to get stronger. Obviously, you don't need really big legs to be a great basketball player, but training for like explosiveness is a whole nother thing. And I'm actually shocked that a lot of basketball players, they don't seem to like. I've seen LeBron do some squats on like a video, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He's up here like this. And it's just like, I'm not saying the people who are coaching don't know what they're doing at all by any means. Obviously, they're in those positions for a reason. But there's certain things I see where I'm like, why don't they do other things that I know would make them better at jumping? I'm assuming they want to be good at jumping, right?
Yeah.
They want to be able to jump more easily.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, obviously bodybuilding, like you're getting fucking swole, right?
It's definitely not the goal for
like
basketball players.
It's like a little bit different. So I feel like for basketball, it's like, what workouts could we do to make us more athletic and more, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm saying.
The explosive shit we were doing.
Yeah.
That makes me more athletic.
100%. 100%.
at the end of the day, you know?
And I'm just saying through the range of motion, I see certain things and I'm like, why are they not doing full range of motions? Because like the fuller range of motion is what's going to translate better to like an actual jump.
100%.
It's going to make them much more explosive. It's like, why would you not want to do that? Like if you're coming up and you're playing basketball, it's like, why would you not want to be able to jump more easily?
It's crazy too, because you know, there's so many different people with, oh, I got this dunk program, I got this program.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I gotta be honest. I'm a little disappointed in Brad for his stance on this, because he should know better. First of all, you see clips of LeBron doing workouts, and it's just that, they're clips, right? So it's not fair to make the assumption that he doesn't do full range of motion squats in his training. I have to imagine that his trainer does that with him. The clip that he showed and the clip that people refer to when LeBron is doing the top quarter of a squat is actually a training squat that basketball players do, because when they jump, nobody does a full bend to the floor. Like nobody goes, as you'll hear people say with squats, somebody goes ass to grass and then jumps up for a dunk, or goes ass to grass and jumps to block somebody's shot. Everybody's jump when they play basketball comes from a quarter squat position and then they explode. And so that's where a lot of the training that LeBron does, when you see those clips, it's coming from that athletic standpoint. I think the trainers where they are got where they are because they're good at what they do, obviously. But then for him to follow up and say, but I think if he did some other stuff, he could be better. Like I said, I think it's a little on the ignorant side to assume that he's not doing those things. Just because we don't see him doesn't mean he's not doing them. And I don't think LeBron or anybody in the NBA has got to where they are by doing bad repetitions and not doing full programming. But I will say this, there are a lot of players in the league who are getting injured because their trainers are doing things that they shouldn't or don't need to be doing. I will say that. But as far as the clip that he's talking about with LeBron and the things that they're doing in athletic training is not that much different than bodybuilding in terms of the programming. It's just on where you're at and when you implement it. Okay, so when they first finished their season off, if somebody's wanting to add muscle like Anthony Davis, he probably did a lot of bodybuilding programming. For somebody like LeBron who maybe didn't want to add muscle, I'm sure he's still doing some bodybuilding lifts, and sets and reps are programmed in that way for him to get lean muscle. But he's also doing athletic performance based workouts like the clips that he just showed, and it's all dependent on where you're at with your programming. So they're not always going to be separate, bodybuilding, athletic training. They should be somewhere within the same program of their trainer, just at different time frames throughout the season and throughout the off season.
This program, and I bet you there's a lot of kids out there like, yo, like, who the fuck do I trust? Like, which one? This one's different than this one. This one's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the core is like, you want to be better at basketball, you have to play more basketball. There's no denying that. Like, you need to get better at the skills, all right?
The fundamentals, you know, the footwork,
if you're shitty at shooting, you got to get better at shooting. Like, this is not going to teach you that, right?
Yeah.
But like the ankle stability, the knee stability, the tendon strength, the explosiveness, that will also translate heavily into basketball, which is not directly training basketball. So it's like, never doing that is also like you're just missing a whole aspect of your game. Like there's still this whole section of sport-specific type training that if you did and you really put your attention to like trying to be explosive and trying to be stronger, you're gonna excel so much more as an athlete.
I feel like though lifting, like, you know, to get strength too, bro, when you're going up against someone that twice the size as you, like, and you got to get them like you got to get into them. You do have to be strong. Don't get me wrong, you know, not like fucking like super bodybuilder.
Yeah, most of that strength comes from here.
Yeah.
So you don't need like a massive strong upper body. You want enough that like you could take
take some contact and finish at the rim, you know.
But that, you know, that strength is going to come from like the deadlifting, the squatting, the jumping, because
that's true.
Keeping your balance going forward is not so much in here in my shoulder. But granted, if you have some of that too, like you can use it. I just think it's like, why not try to cover all aspects of your game? Specifically the one that's like, if you're really great at basketball, but you know to show.
I 100% agree.
You want to be a little stronger. It's like the gym's going to help you do that.
Exactly.
Straight up. I feel like I should be better at basketball.
You put me through a little workout, I'm gonna put you through a workout.
Bro, I'm gonna be dying. Like my cardio, I already know. I'm gonna be like, Because I play basketball, like a pickup game, and I'm gassed.
When you work out, when you lift and shit, your arms like, are you sore after, or are you like so used to it?
No, I get sore if I do like a new movement.
I'm curious if I put you through like a ball handling workout where you're like constantly dribbling 2 balls at the same time. I wonder if your arms would be like fucking sore.
Pause, Tristan. Pause.
It fucks me up. And I do it all the time.
Forearm, I'd be gassed.
Like just whole arms like would feel like noodles.
Probably.
But I don't know. You're so like strong. It's like I don't know if that would affect you.
What else do you do like to be better? Like you do rest recovery stuff?
I started hitting the sauna. You know, I might sit in the sauna for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, then take a cold shower. I kind of like shock my body and then hop back in the sauna for as long as I can. I almost fucking passed out one time. I went to this like spa. I hopped from the hot tub into the cold shit and I got in there. I was like, oh shit, bro. That like shocked my whole body. I literally got lightheaded. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go down. No, that's actually really good for you though. Just it shocks your body, and I heard that's very healthy for you. So.
Yeah, the cold tub's like it's like a staple for me. Even if you just do lower body, like if you just sat in like an ice tub like from here for low back and hips and everything, it's amazing.
How do you feel about? I've never done this before. That like you go in that chamber, that cold, freezing cold chamber.
Cryo.
Is that really good for you? I've never done it.
Cryo's a little different because it's like it's external, right? Like obviously the water's external, but cryo is like you're in a cold thing and like the air is cold.
It's like around your skin. It's
it seems a little more superficial to me.
Yeah, I've never tried it. I was always curious. Like, is it really freezing? Like,
it's cold.
So, if you don't know, cryo is really actually a good method of recovery. What it does is what they were talking about. You get into like a surrounding, basically your head's exposed. You wear gloves, you wear socks so that your extremities are covered and protected. But they essentially pump cold air into the surrounding of where you're standing, okay? But what happens is all that cold is around your body. It's like standing outside in freezing cold temperatures. What's gonna happen though is that your body is gonna try to warm itself up, right? It's gonna try to heat itself up. And when that happens, it's gonna increase the amount of blood that circulates. And so the more blood you have circulating around sore muscles or sore joints, minor injuries and things like that, the more blood you can get circulating around those, the more rapidly you can start to heal. So one time in isn't going to do anything on its own necessarily, but a series of them along with some heat and some some mobility, some stretching, that kind of stuff, it will work.
Yeah, no, I've definitely done some ice baths, bro. It's hard to get in there, but yet again, it's all in the head.
Which is the cool thing about it too is like that stuff, the jumping, the ice stuff, that mental aspect will also translate heavily into anything you do. Like you just be like, I got this.
Even like in life, a lot of shit's mental.
Everything we do, you got to believe it if you want to fucking. It sounds so corny. You got to believe it if you want to get there, if you want to achieve it, right? It starts there. So
yeah, hell yeah.
All right, guys. So that was the workout. I have very small clips. I mean, they did some squats, they did some jumps, a couple chest presses, or I guess shoulder presses, and that was kind of it. Interesting take though. Interesting take. Like I said, a little disappointed in Brad because I know he knows better. And he came after my guy LeBron. You guys know I'm a big LeBron fan. LeBron has been at the top of his game, at the top of the league. Arguably, since his second season, has been the best player in the league every year. So I don't think LeBron got there and has lasted as long as he's lasted by training incorrectly. But a fun video. Like I said, 2 of my favorite guys on YouTube right now. Guys, if you haven't, check them out. I'm going to put their channel links below as if they need me to help them grow their channels. But really awesome content between the 2 of them. Brad, like I said, a lot of fitness stuff. And Tristan, Jass, a lot of dope basketball content. So give them a check, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a reaction video, but I knew I had to get in on this one. 2 of my favorite guys, and just wanted to give my take. So I will catch you guys at the next video. Peace.